So here we go. We're talking, actually before we start today's, let's talk about yesterday's. Okay. You guys remember what we did yesterday? Alright, I'm starting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You remember? Yeah.
Oh, we did the opposite of what we did last chapter, so instead of like multiplying it out, we divided it all out.
Okay, yeah, what did I call this method? Well, everything this chapter is factoring. Yesterday's is called, it's factoring because you're breaking it up into factors, but it's called take stuff out. So what goes into 20 and 15?
5.
Okay, what goes into a squared and a? How much can we take out of a squared and a? 1a. How many b's can we take out?
2.
How many c's can we take out? 2.
Did you make that take stuff out, or is that the actual?
Usually the directions for the book is, it says factor out the common monomial.
How come it's not negative 5?
You could take a negative 5 out, but there's not really a need to. So, but when I divide this by 5, it'll be a negative 3, minus 3 over here. There's no need to take a negative out, although occasionally it will come in handy. So if I divide this by 5, I get 4 A C minus 15 divided by 5, 3. A divided by A gone. B3 divided by B.
B squared.
C2 divided by C2 gone. Okay, so it's like reversing the distributive property. It's dividing it out instead of multiplying it back in. Okay, that's not what we're doing today. Today we're reversing a FOIL problem. So let's do a FOIL problem and then I'll show you how to reverse it.
Nah, FOIL was easy, bro. FOIL was lit, bro.
Okay, we're not foiling today. If you want to check your answer, you could FOIL. But let's go ahead and FOIL this, and then I'll show you how we break it apart again. So, if we do the first, x times x, outside, did you guys learn to do these in your head yet?
Yeah, minus 2x.
Outside is minus 2x, inside is plus 4x. What's that add up to?
Negative 2x.
No?
No, 2x.
2x. Okay, and then the last, 4 times negative 2.
Negative 8.
Okay, so I kind of did the outside, inside in my head, and I put it right there.
So that's what I did.
Okay, now, how do we factor it? Well, so notice what the answer in a FOIL problem looks like. It's a trinomial, right, 3 terms. It has an x squared, an x, and a number. It's important to be able to recognize what it looks like so you know how it should factor. Can I take anything out of these 3? No, I can't do what we did yesterday. Why can't I take an x out?
You're on x on the 8.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so sometimes you can take something out and then do the 3-term factoring. By the way, I call this 3-term factoring. I think the book calls it trinomial factoring. Anyway, so x squared, x, and the number. So for the front part, you say what multiplies into x squared?
X. 2x.
X times x. Okay, remember we multiply these two together to get the front. And for the back part, you say what multiplies into negative 8?
Negative 2 and 4.
Negative 2 and 4, or 2 and negative 4, or 1 and negative 8, or negative 1 and 8. But only one of these pairs is going to add up to, when you do the FOIL, the outside, inside, it should add up to the middle term. So which of these adds up to positive 2? Negative 2 and 4. So it's minus 2 plus 4. You guys follow that?
Yeah, I mean, I followed. Probably didn't understand.
Okay, so my question was, what multiplies into negative 8? And then I listed all the possibilities.
I didn't know what to choose.
That also adds up to positive 2.
Okay.
So
What's your
know.
language?
It got cold down.
Because I'm just
This
not
guy.
Oh, well, okay, if you're good at times tables, this lesson's a lot easier. If you're not so good at times tables, it makes
I'm not good at math in general, bro.
it makes it hard.
You know those like 100 jumps that we used to do?
Okay, so 4 and 2, multiply into 8. One of them would have to be negative to be negative 8. And we need them to add up to 2. So 4 plus negative 2 adds up to positive 2. Or negative 2 plus 4. Or 4 and minus 2. Okay, does it matter if I write it like this? Are these the same thing? Yes, they are. Because order of multiplication does not matter, right? So it doesn't matter. So remember that when we go to grade this tomorrow. Doesn't matter what order you put it in. Does the plus or minus matter? Yes. X minus 2 is not the same thing as x plus 2. So, yeah, that does matter. Okay. Well, if you didn't get it quite yet, it's okay. We got like 20 practice problems coming up here.
Lovely stuff.
But let's go ahead and jump in on number 1. There are some primes. I will count carefully today, this time. I think yesterday I counted some of the odds as primes instead of just the evens. 1, 2. How far are we going?
24.
Okay, I see 3 even primes and 2 odd primes. So quite a few.
Look at that picture.
Quite a few.
Which way do I go? Follow the signs. Hey, you can't fuck me.
Okay, so here we go. What am I going to put in front?
A squared.
A and A.
Oh.
Because if I FOIL those, that multiplies to A squared. Okay, for the back, it's what multiplies into 15 that would add up to 8.
3 and 5.
5 and 3.
3 and 5, 5, 3. And both positive, right? So just plus 3, plus 5. You guys get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
3 and 5 multiply into 15, and they add up to 8. Okay, for 3, I'm going to pause for a minute, and then I'm going to call him a volunteer.
That's me.
No, not already.
Not a random, I'm going to...
Olivia.
Actually, I changed my mind. This is not as easy as I thought.
You thought it was easy in the first place?
Okay. Well, number 1 is one of the easier ones. I don't think they're super hard. I mean, this chapter does get harder, but it just depends on how good you're at multiplying and addition. Okay, so what am I going to put in front? A's again. Alright, so the question is, don't say the answer. What multiplies into 3 that adds up to -4? Do not say the answer. I want everybody to think about it for a second. What multiplies into 3 that adds up to -4? Alright, Sarah?
Wouldn't it be like -1,
Yes. Okay, what's -1 times -3? Whoops. What's -1 times -3? Positive 3. What's -1 plus -3? -4.
Not fair. Sarah's not on our level, dude.
-1 times -3. Like when we FOIL this, it's the last times the last equals this, right?
You're just smarter. You should go to a different class.
Just on another level. Okay. Here's the slower way to do this. What are the multiples of positive 3?
1, 3.
1 and 3, or -1 and -3. That's the only things that multiply into 3. Which of those adds up to -4? Shh. Be these two. Alright. Maybe I should do the long way for a while.
Mr. Jordan, does it matter like No, but like, doesn't matter. Like, could you choose put the negative one in the other phrase?
Yeah, we already talked about that. It doesn't matter. Order of multiplication doesn't matter. Okay, this one looks a little bit weird. What number is right? What number is right here?
1.
Okay, so invisible 1. What am I going to put in front?
B.
Okay, I'll do it the long way this time. What are some people might know it already. What are some multiples of negative 20?
Negative 20.
Negative 20 and 1, or 20 and negative 1. Do those add up to, this time they have to add up to positive 1. Do those add up to 1? No. What else goes into 20?
Negative 5 and
5 and 4.
5 and negative 4, or negative 5 and 4.
How about 10 and 2?
Do those add up, or 10 and 2?
Yes.
Which one adds up to positive 1?
Negative 4 and 5.
Yeah. Kind of like 5 minus 4 is 1, right? You guys get it? This multiplies to this, but it adds up to this.
My pea brain can't comprehend this.
Okay. 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. Right?
Yeah.
And what's 5 plus negative 4?
1. Or you could just do 5 minus 4.
Yeah, 5 plus negative 4 is the same thing as 5 minus 4, yeah.
Taxes.
So it's a positive 5 and a minus 4. Can't write.
Whoa, what do we...
Number 7. Okay, I'll go ahead and put the A's in the front. Oh, did I do that? I kind of did this one already as my example. I think, where did I get that example? Did I just make it up? I don't remember.
What a coincidence.
Maybe I saw it in the book and
You're just like so smart.
stole it. Okay, what multiplies into negative 8, Skylar took notes, that adds up to positive 2. Okay, yeah. 4 and negative 2, or negative 2 and 4. Yeah, 4 times negative 2 is that, and 4 plus negative 2, or 4 minus 2 is that. So positive 4 minus 2. Number 9.
Oh, this is literally so like arduous.
Okay. What multiplies into 4? What are our options here? It's got to add up to a positive 7, so we only need the positive versions. 1 and 4, or 2 and 2. Which of these adds up to 7? Neither. So guess what?
Prime.
Prime.
You write it out, Jim.
I fooled you.
Yeah.
Number 11. Okay, this time I'm going to give you guys 45 seconds to see if you can figure it out before.
That's literally not even that long.
Mark, set, go.
There's no way you're already done.
Just for the will, so it's easy. It's easy.
You're making the rest of us look bad.
No, you're making me look bad.
Could you scroll up like a tiny bit?
Bro, there's no
Oh,
way.
wait.
Alright, time's up.
Oh my.
Olivia wants to answer.
No, I don't.
There's literally no way that's
Alright, Paxton, what'd you get?
What do we? It's 1.
Okay, negative 4, negative 5. Multiplies into positive 20.
Why was I not thinking of that? It's great.
4 and 5. Usually, it's not always. Usually, it's the numbers that you think of first from the times tables. Not always, but
Whoa.
a lot of times.
Mr. Jordan.
Okay, this one's a little bit easier. So let's try again, but we're only gonna do 40 seconds on this one.
Okay.
Mark, that's a 7.
Oh, easy.
Mark, set, go.
Oh, that's easy, bro. I'm so sorry.
We might do a review with the worksheet, yeah.
You should with the thing we did yesterday.
We're gonna wait till we do the hard lesson though.
There's a harder than this?
Oh yeah.
No way, bro.
Bro, it's probably the ones where it's like, there's only 2 of them,
Easton,
and then
chuck
there's
them
like
over
3
here.
on the other
Chuck
side.
them.
Whoa, no way.
Wait, is that not just, we're done.
It's exactly what you think it is.
Okay, who got it?
Me!
All right, Roman, what'd you get?
Alright, I got +5 and +2.
+5 and +2.
Yeah!
I wasn't thinking of that.
It's the only thing that you really 10, other than -2 and -5.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Well,
You were judging.
sometimes it could have been 10 and 1. Sometimes they will do that to you.
How is it 10 and 1?
No.
It could have.
Oh,
It wasn't, but it could have been 10 and
I was
1.
gonna say, ain't no way, bro. Bro, I'm literally gonna like,
Bro.
Okay. What goes into -30? Let's make a list this time.
-1 and 30.
-6 and 5. And then 5.
Okay, -6 and 5, 6,
Five.
-5. There is one that we skipped or haven't written yet.
4.
oh, we so hungry.
Okay,
No one asked.
which of these adds up to -3?
None.
What?
None of the above. This
What?
is
Prime.
Prim.
What?
the final odd prime. If you get stumped on an even,
Blue ball?
it might be a prime, but you might just remember there should be 3 of them.
Is the Logan Paul dream?
3 evens. And we're done.
Why are we so hungry, bro? Something's like,
Roman, do you ever shut up? You do the same thing when you're hungry. We've all Bro, it's not that thing.
Easton,
Study hall.
Easton, never mind. Easton gave more.
Okay.
Bro, nobody in their right mind talks so much, bro.
What?
Alright, this might freak you out. It's actually not that hard, but shh, listen. Listen. Okay. They added on, instead of just being x squared x and the number, it's x squared xy y squared. It's not going to change very much though, and I'll show you why it works here in a second. Guess what I'm going to put on the front?
2x.
X and X. Okay, for the back, you're asking the same question. What multiplies into 100, it's kind of a big number. What multiplies into 100 that adds up to 20?
10. Why?
What multiplies into 100?
10.
Oh,
10 and 10, right?
Yeah.
That adds up to 20. But instead of putting 10, what goes into 100y squared? Instead of 10 and 10, it's 10y and 10y. So, plus 10y, plus 10y.
Oh, and since it's addition, you don't have.
Okay.
Wait.
Well, how does that make 20xy in the middle though? When you do the outside, what would we get if we were foiling it?
10xy.
10xy.
Plus 10xy.
And the inside would be 10xy. So that's how you get 20xy in the middle. You don't really have to worry about the y in the middle. You just need to make sure you put a y on the end. Does that make sense? The only thing that changed was we had to add a y on the last term.
Are we not having to do anything with x? Like, are we only supposed to make it even to the second?
Well, the
why
x-
was that wet?
The x's made the x squared. the y's make the y squared, and then when you do outside inside, that makes the xy. Anyways, if you want to see if it's right, you could FOIL it. 19. Okay, this one is tough one because 96 not in our times tables, right? Well, actually, it is.
Is it a prime?
Oh, it is.
No, it's
Prime.
not.
It is not prime.
We've used all our primes.
Yeah, we used all our odd primes.
Oh, 96.
Okay, you might need to use your calculator, maybe.
Wait,
I'm
so
guessing it's 13.
No,
Okay,
Am I right?
no, 12 and
well,
11.
what for sure goes into 96?
12 and
3.
8.
And 6
Okay.
and 9.
Well, if it's an even, 2
No,
goes
3
in.
and 6.
Well,
Okay, 3 does go into it because 3 goes into 9 and 6. So 3 and 32. Does that add up to 50? Negative 50? No. What else goes into 96?
6.
The, 8 and 12.
Okay,
6.
if it's an even, what goes into it for sure?
2.
2. So yeah, it's 2 and 48, yes.
What?
And how do I get that up to add up to negative 50?
negative 25. Wait,
If they're both negative,
Oh, right.
I was thinking.
Whoa.
they would multiply to a positive and they would add up to negative. So negative 2. Okay, what did I do wrong?
You forgot
You
the
didn't put
Y.
the Y.
Okay, there's a y on this one.
Exactly, you thought you could.
Linux, I would help you if you didn't poke me about.
You just have to try to figure out what different things. So on your calculator, you could have done 98 divided by 4, 98 divided by, or 96 divided by 4, whatever. Just figure out what goes into 96.
No point. You're on.
This one's got ABs. All right. In your times tables, hush. In your times tables, what goes into 72?
8 and
8
12.
8, 9.
8, 9.
That's what
Can we get a 14 out of 8, 9?
Yeah.
No.
2.
Okay. 2 and 36. Can we get a 14 out of that?
Yes. 2 and 7.
Okay. What else do you guys want to try?
How about?
It's got to try different things.
12 and 6. 12 and 6.
Oh wait.
Okay, it is 12 and 6. Do 12 and 6 add up to negative 14?
No.
0.5 and 28.
Point 5.
Hush. 4 and negative 8, 4 and 18. Okay, yeah. If we make the, which one do we need to make negative to get negative 14?
Negative 18.
18 minus 4 is positive 14. So we need 4 minus 18, right? So we need the negative over there. So it's A plus 4B and A minus 18B.
But you said 18.
4 and 18. Okay, what Ciara did, she just did 72 divided by 4 on her calculator. She got 18. So 4 and 18 go up, multiplying to 72. And there's a way that they add up to negative 14.
Wait, how did you do it?
She plugged in 72 divided by 4 in her calculator. You got 18. So if 72 divided by 4 is 18, that means 4 and 18 multiplying to 72. All right, 23. So the only thing different about this section is that they're not written in the correct order, in the standard order. So it's not hard, my word.
You say that when you've been teaching math for
No, it's literally about the same difficulty as number 1. Okay, so the correct order would be, the standard order would be x squared plus 18x plus 56, right? So the question is, what multiplies into 56? Well, the first thing, like from the times tables, is what? 7 and 8, right? Maybe you guys forgot that. So I do 7 and 8 add up to 18?
No.
So we gotta try something else.
4 and 14.
Okay, yeah, if you divide it by 4, it works. 4 and 14, so yeah, those do add up to. Doesn't look very good. Okay, last one.
No, that was.
Wait,
oh,
what's my bar?
Oh, I did say 24.
Bad save.
Oh no, because he's thinking about it.
No.
Yes!
My fault, my fault.
Roman,
Yeah,
save the
and if-
hyperness for English class.
If Skylar is saying that, it's a problem.
I always have to do this.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but save combo it.